All right, let's dive into something that probably keeps a lot of crypto traders up at night, taking the stress, the emotion, and the guesswork out of trading. How? Well, our source material points to a couple of automated systems that are designed to do all the heavy lifting for you. So, let's get into it.
You know that feeling, right? You're glued to the charts, riding that emotional roller coaster with every single dip and every spike in the market. It's exhausting. Well, the material we're looking at today asks a really simple question. What if there's a better way to do this?
And the answer it proposes? Automation. The idea here is actually pretty simple. Let some sophisticated software take the wheel. The goal is to completely remove human error and those gut reaction emotional decisions from the entire equation.
And we're not just talking theory here. Our source material gets really specific, and it presents two very distinct automated tools. We're going to break down what they are, how they're different, and figure out which one might just fit your personal style.
Okay, so let's meet these trading robots. And just to be clear, these aren't just two slightly different versions of the same thing. No, they actually represent two fundamentally different approaches to automated crypto trading.
So on one side, you've got 33 Circle. This one is framed as a system managed by experts, really focused on stability and steady growth. Then on the other side, there's CryptoFlow, which is all about high-frequency AI-powered action. It's built for speed and a ton of trades. Right away, you can see these are two very different philosophies at play.
So you've got two pretty different options. How in the world do you pick the right one for you? Well, the source material breaks it all down for us across a few key areas. We're talking cost, trading strategy, and extra features. Let's take a closer look.
First things first, let's talk about the cost for 33 Circle. According to the source, this bot is a one-time payment, $52, and you get lifetime access. That's it.
Now for CryptoFlow, it's a totally different model. This one's a recurring subscription, and it's priced at $120 per year. So right off the bat, you're choosing between a one-and-done purchase versus an annual fee.
This table really lays out the core differences beautifully. You see the cost, $52 one time for 33 Circle versus $120 a year for CryptoFlow. But look at the strategy. This is huge. 33 Circle is all about spot trading. That's the classic buy low, sell high approach. CryptoFlow, on the other hand, is built for futures trading. That's a more complex game of betting on which direction the price will go, up or down. One is managed by experts, the other is powered by AI. It really highlights that classic trade-off, stability versus speed.
So to put it really simply, the source suggests 33 Circle is for you if you're prioritizing stable, steady growth. If you prefer that straightforward buy and hold style of the spot market and you love the idea of a single one-time payment, then this is framed as the robot for you.
On the flip side, CryptoFlow is presented for a totally different kind of trader. If your goal is faster, high-frequency action, if you believe in the power of AI automation, and your focus is squarely on the futures market, and of course, you're cool with an annual subscription, well then this is the suggested choice.
Okay, look, this all sounds pretty compelling, but we have got to address the elephant in the room. We're talking about crypto here. Security is everything. So let's see how the source material tackles the huge issue of keeping your capital safe.
This is probably the #1 question on your mind, right? You're connecting a third-party tool to your actual money. How can you be sure your funds are secure? Well, the mechanism they use is really the key to understanding the whole safety model here.
And the answer lies in this thing called an API. That stands for Application Programming Interface. The best way to think of it is like giving a valet a key to your car that can only start the engine and park it. That key can't open the trunk, it can't get into your glove compartment. In the same way, the API lets the bot execute trades for you, but it is explicitly 100% forbidden from making any withdrawals. So the source material is really clear on this. Your money never, ever leaves your own Binance account. The bots connect through that secure API with one very strict rule. They only have permission to trade. They cannot touch or withdraw your funds, period.
So the most crucial takeaway here is this. The entire system is designed so that you, and only you, stay in full control of your capital at all times. The bots are just tools, executing a strategy inside an account that you own and control.
So, how do these platforms make their money? Well, they both operate on a pretty straightforward fee structure. They take a 20% fee, but, and this is the important part, it's only on the profits. The source calls this a gas or fuel fee. So if a trade doesn't make money, you don't pay a fee. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so we've compared the two bots, we've covered safety.
Now the source introduces a kind of advanced strategy, one it calls a recommendation for, quote, serious traders. So instead of picking one or the other, the material actually suggests that the most optimal approach might be to use both bots at the same time. The idea is to leverage the unique strengths of each one.
And the setup is actually surprisingly simple. The recommendation is to connect the 33 Circle bot to your spot wallet. That's for your stable, expert-managed trading. And then you connect the CryptoFlow bot to your futures wallet for all that high-frequency, AI-driven action.
So why would you do this? Well, according to the source, this dual approach gives you the best of both worlds. You get the potential for that stable, long-term income from the spot market with 33 Circle, and you also get the potential for faster profits from futures with CryptoFlow. It's really a strategy that's built on diversification to manage your risk and maximize your potential earnings.
All right, finally, before we wrap this up, the source gives one last, absolutely critical piece of advice, and it's presented as probably the most important rule for using these automated systems successfully.
And here it is, a direct quote. While a trade is active, please do not manually close or edit positions. Manual changes can interfere with automated risk controls and may cause unexpected results, including losses. The message is crystal clear. You have to let the robot do its job. If you start fighting the algorithm you've put in charge, you could actually cause some serious problems.
And that pretty much brings us to the end. The final message from the source material is a powerful one. Smart traders don't rely on one strategy. They diversify. The whole idea is that by combining these different automated approaches, you can build a much more resilient strategy for what is, let's be honest, a very complex market. Thanks for tuning in.